Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to focus on Middle East seed capital investors, and this is a series of videos on investor profiles that are part of my Middle East fundraising database. The guide to Middle East capital includes the following. It has 325 company names, key contacts, the type of business, sectors of potential investment interest, websites, company emails, key contact emails, and key outreach strategy points. And the database will be delivered in Excel spreadsheet format. Some key database statistics: about 185 or 57% of the companies are based in the UAE. 60 companies are based in Saudi Arabia, and 125 companies are either venture capital, private equity, or angel investor groups, so that's about 40%. This is the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East. This video highlights Cianna Capital in the UAE, and they are one of the 325 venture capital, private equity, angel groups, and investment companies in my exclusive Middle East fundraising database. Company snapshot: they're based in the United Arab Emirates, and they're classified as an investment company and venture capital firm. Their focus is on technology, fintech, and venture capital opportunities. Company description: Cianna Capital partners with companies at early stages to fortify their vision, direct their ambition, and build their future. Investor approach and strategy: Cianna Capital is a team of experienced venture investors and entrepreneurs dedicated to supporting the growth of early-stage startups from seed to Series A and beyond. Their mission is to identify and invest in innovative, high-potential companies that have the potential to disrupt their respective industries and create value for their clients and/or customers in a sustainable manner. Investment focus: at Cianna Capital, the approach goes beyond being a source of capital. They believe in close collaboration with founders, providing access to their network, resources, and expertise. The focus is on technology-driven startups addressing real-world problems. Cianna Capital prioritizes companies with strong teams, clear value propositions, and scalable business models with a path to profitability. Geographic reach: while sector agnostic, Cianna Capital is geographically focused on Western developed markets and the MENA region. The commitment to integrity, transparency, and collaboration drives them to build long-term relationships with portfolio companies and stakeholders. And here are some of their previous investments. Potential investment opportunities to approach them with. And what I've done, and you're going to see the spreadsheet coming up a little bit later on in the video, so it's just going to show you all 325 companies, and I've created targets for all of them, and I've done that using 1, their website, 2, their previous investments, 3, press releases, and 4, other companies and firms in their sector or in their area of expertise. So although these are targets that you could look at, they may not be investments that they're going to do today or tomorrow, but you should keep these in your spreadsheet as potential targets if you're marketing multiple opportunities, or if you're looking to find certain companies that align with your venture. So given their past investment patterns and existing philosophy, you may want to propose the following investment opportunities to Cianna Capital: 1, hospitality; 2, technology; and 3, financial services or fintech opportunities. One of the key benefits of my Middle East database is it includes tips for investor outreach, and this is what makes it unique. There is no other database like this. This is the best database for first-time fundraising because it allows the user to actually create touch points within the spreadsheet, and I've already done that for you. You're going to see that for all 325 companies that I've created: 1, a direct contact known touch point, and 1 for if you do not have a contact. Now this database is full of contacts at the junior level and at the senior level. It's full of CEO, chairman, and partner contacts. It also has a fair bit at associate, investment advisor, director, and vice president levels. And the reason for this is when you're building your database and doing your fundraising, to Middle East firms. It's a little bit different than maybe Western ones. It's really important to build relationships in the Middle East. So this database is really going to help you out by having a lot of those factors already built into it. Now, for example, if you know who the contact is at the firm, one of your touch points for this particular purpose could be Cianna Capital's expertise in fundraising and venture investments is notable. We have an opportunity that could align with your portfolio. So whoever opens that email and sees that type of wording is going to know this is not just a spam presentation of your opportunity. And I see that a lot. I've seen that a lot in other marketing and investor companies that I've worked at, where I'll get pitch decks or I will get investment opportunities in a large presentation, and nothing will be mentioned about my company. It will always be them, them, them. So this is a good way for you to touch, they have these key touch points so that when they open your email, they're going to know that this is not just a run-of-the-mill spam letter. The average venture capital firm is going to receive anywhere from 50 to 100 emails and pitch decks a day. So remember that. You're going to hear more about this a little bit later on when the spreadsheet part comes. Now, if you don't know who the contact is, and in most cases there's a contact in this database, but it might be a CEO and a chairman, and that may not be the first person that you want to reach out to if you're starting, you want to build relationships for future opportunities or to do that big pitch. It's best to start at, again, the associate level, investment advisor, or director level. And if it's not in the database, well, there's another approach you can take. I have a large amount of HR contacts in the database, and there's lots of info at, of course, and admin at, that sort of thing. So one of the strategies could be to send them an email with the heading Investment Collaborations with Cianna Capital. And then your key email approach line may include, we're interested in mutual beneficial ventures. Who should we approach? Now, if that lands in the email of a HR manager, for example, well, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to either send you back a very short note saying you can contact so-and-so, here's their email, and here's their position, or they're going to forward your email to the right party. Now, this solves two really good problems, because one thing they're not going to do is they're not going to delete an email like that. It's too professional, it's written too well, and it's custom. So it's really their job as an HR manager to make sure that that email gets attention, because they don't know what's behind it. They don't know who's behind it. They're not going to delete it, because what would happen if they delete the email and then 6 months later this opportunity comes up or gets sent to a chairman, and the chairman says, why wasn't this looked at before? Well, so the HR person is going to help you out. And even the info ad's always answered by a secretary or an admin manager, and they're going to pass this on to somebody else, or they're going to help you out. But if it's just spam, it's probably going to land in the spam folder, or the HR or the admin person is just going to say, listen, I'm just going to delete this. I don't know what it is. Why are these people sending me this? Now, it's really, really important, because this helps you create a database of key contacts at many levels, and you can explore the focus of their company with these people at associate level, investment advisor, direct. Those are contacts whose jobs are to evaluate opportunities before it gets to the chairman or the CEO. In fact, it's a feather in their cap to be able to do that. If they're the one that's evaluated 20 or 30 deals a day and can go through them and find the ones that are the gems, then it makes them look good. So you want to make sure you contact them before you send your pitch, before you send that investment opportunity for the $50 million or $100 million investment opportunity, whether it's in real estate, some sort of industry, or any other opportunity. You want to understand their internal approach. You want to find out what deals they're currently working on. And many times these people at the associate investor advisor level, they'll talk. They enjoy sharing information, at least that's not confidential. They may not tell you what they're actively bidding on right now, but they'll tell you what they like to look at. They'll also tell you the process. So once you understand their internal process, you're going to make a lot of friends in their company before you get to the chairman and CEO level. When I was working in the Middle East, I helped develop our company database, and we used this particular strategy to make sure that we have contacts at different levels. And sometimes different people in our firm would have access to be able to contact these people, and chairman and CEO may be another party. So if you remember that this database is going to get you miles and miles ahead of where you are right now with your Middle East database, because this one here has got the most sophisticated contacts in it. When I was working on behalf of a Middle East advisory firm, we handled very large deals with ultra high net worth individuals and groups, specifically in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And we presented real estate assets anywhere from $50 million to $250 million. So these weren't low ticket deals. These were really, really high-end deals. And by building relationships with these firms really helped push deals forward. So that's your best strategy when you're starting to do your Middle East fundraising. So let's take a look at the database. So now we're over on the database section, and this is the Excel spreadsheet that includes all the contacts in the Middle East Capital database. And as you can see on the very top, we've got 325 companies. We have their country, description of the firm, their main business interests, their websites, and they've all been verified. And of course, this database will be suitable for all of 2024. I also have included their investment targets, 1 and 2 and 3. So those are based on information that is publicly known, information that is on their websites of different investments and types of sectors that they will look at. So again, this database is really meant for people who are building a larger data set of Middle East companies to either approach for funding or to possibly promote their products to, because there's a blend of venture capital, private equity, family investment offices, and investment companies, and high-profile companies in the UAE that are led by UAE nationals. So it's a really great database for companies that really want to get a very good look at some of the key parties in the Middle East when it comes to raising capital. It also has their investment territory, which includes whether they're just looking at either the Middle East or whether they're looking MENA or whether they're looking global. I've also included their key real estate assets. If they're investment companies that tend to look at real estate, I've included those as well in this database. Now, it also has, as far as key touch points, it has their company emails, and in some cases it's not available because they want you to actually submit your details via their forum. But I'll get to the key stats a little bit later on, and you also saw that in the initial slide presentation. Telephone numbers and contact numbers. There are 2 what I call primary contacts, and then there's a third, which is the secondary contacts. The key contacts could include CEOs, managing directors, executive directors, and that is the same with the second contact data. You can see operations manager, directors of real estate, presidents, and so on and so on. And the main reason for that is so that you have a senior contact that you can reach out to. You can also check them on LinkedIn to get more details. In many cases, their email addresses have already been included, and I'm going to get to that again when we go to the stats page. And the third email contact tends to be somebody in HR. And the reason I've done that is because this database is very unique in the fact that I include outreach approach tips for each of these firms. There are 2 types. One is a outreach touch point if you know who the contact is. In other words, if it's been already identified by myself, then you could send them a line that I've included here in all the companies. For example, Saudi has a strong track record in urban development in Kuwait. Would you be interested in unique investment opportunity that complements your portfolio? And the reason I include these is to help people write their first letters, and also to show you that you should not be spamming this type of list with just a generic email approach talking about your company and the investment opportunity. This allows you to add a little bit of information about them, so whoever receives it is going to know that you did a little bit of work, and it should not be considered as spam. And the second reason here is I've got contact sourcing outreach approach, and this is if you do not know who the contact is. And this is really key because in some cases you may not have a contact, and this is the perfect way for you to introduce yourself. For example, in this case I put subject request for direct contact with investment division, and then as the body of the email may include, I believe you might be the right person to assist me. We're exploring potential investment opportunities that align with Salia's investments vision. Could you direct us to the person or team responsible for evaluating such opportunities? And you can see as I scroll down here, it is included in that type of line. They're all customized, of course. The same with the ones for the direct contacts that are known. They actually talk about something the company has done, something they've invested in, the sectors, or possibly what their company vision is. And this is really going to help you, especially if you're doing first-time fundraising or if you just want to save time when it comes to your research for these type of firms. That's what makes this database unique. Another thing that makes it unique is it really sticks to mainly the type of companies that are either venture capital, private equity, investment companies. So there's no fluff in here. There's no companies in here that should not be in here. And that is the difference between this database and other databases that are out there that talk about investments and reaching out to other investors. For example, there's very little here when it comes to accelerators. There might be a couple of them, but it's not plugged full of what I would call just garbage contacts. These are really key companies that are perfect for reaching out to, whether you're raising funds or whether you want to present opportunities, whether it's real estate, investment opportunities, and the like. So let's take a look at some of the stats. So the underlying stats are there's 470 firms, 340 prime contacts, 90 third tier contacts, and 90 email contacts when it comes to the third tier. So you're getting about 400 and a little over 450 emails, and the total company emails are 275. So those would be info at, admin at, that sort. So that's a really key overview of the database. Again, this is going to be a series where I'm going to highlight each of the contacts. For more information on this database, contact www.dubaiinvestorslist.com. That's dubaiinvestorslist.com. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.